What's the deal with you gotta be this alpha male lifestyle? Every time I open up YouTube, I get some shirtless jock telling me, you gotta have a dick like a Mustang or a Ford F-150. Listen here, buddy. That's not me. I got a dick like a 96 Toyota Camry. Small, but efficient. And if you treat it well, she'll last a while. Speaking of Toyota, how about Hamas taking a play out of ISIS's playbook, exclusively driving a Toyota? I mean, if you're looking for quality, look no further. You don't just drive through the desert for 20 years fighting the best military in the world and not drive a Toyota. Come on. Thanks, people. That's all my time. You know what I started my morning with?
What's that?
Woke up, took my car to the mechanic, got fucked.
Oh, yeah. You got bent over a barrel.
Started the foot fist way.
Did you?
Finished it.
Wow.
It's fucking tremendous.
I should buy that, too.
My best hero.
Mind if I call you that?
Mind if I call you my best hero? You gave someone a hand job. Fit in.
The room.
To fit in. No, that man.
Guitar fucking.
No, that man. How old is he now?
He's got to be getting on in years. Foot fist away.
Are you buying it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like shit. Not really. I mean,
$18 for a DVD.
Really?
Believe that?
For a DVD? Of that one?
Yeah.
It must be a low print.
Must be. Buying it new, though.
How old do you think he is? He's 46.
That was a fun game.
Yeah. I figured you were going to turn around and see this.
No, I would have guessed like 40.
Looks all right. That hair is tremendous. I wish I had hair like that. I might get hair plugs. Get a little perm going.
That's like Mexican hair.
That's like Michael. It's like Michael Keaton Batman hair.
That was crazy. They gave Bruce Wayne a perm.
He did. He looked good though.
Superman had a mullet in the 90s.
No. A mullet?
Superman had a luscious mullet. You know, people like how goddamn dumb people are. I'm pretty sure people were saying how like Zack Snyder put Superman in a black suit as like an original idea. I'm like, he's worn a fucking black suit before.
That's the one I just clicked. This guy? That's Superman? Looks like shit. This in the 80s?
That's the guy from the movies now. I think they just...
This one he was doing coke. It's Studio 54.
Superman. Never do that.
You don't think Superman ever dabbled in a little Kryptonian drugs?
No, he fought a guy named, like, Snow, though, and it was like a black drug addict.
Really?
Type that in. Comic book villain Snowfire?
Snow.
If I could... Oh, this would be a
Snowflake.
tremendous pull. Type in cocaine. No, not Superman. Comic book.
This guy? Snowflame.
Does it say anything about cocaine? Type in cocaine also.
How would you spell cocaine?
Cocain.
Okay. Snowflame. The original coke addict.
Right?
I don't know. Yeah, right here. Snurf Snow. Right here. Yeah. Look at him. It's all amped up.
Snowflame. That's a pretty good pull.
His name's Snowflame? Ever hear of Snowflame? He didn't have any superpowers, just did a lot of cocaine. This is a comic book villain?
Yeah.
This is tremendous. From what's it? From Superman?
It's from DC. I don't remember.
You're heavily mistaken. Cocaine gave him superpowers. He was able to perform
Pyrokinesis, which is making fire with your mind.
And the more coke he did, the stronger he got.
Obvious.
Don't forget that he did so much cocaine that merely touching his skin gives contact high. The more coke he did, the stronger he got. Hey, maybe I'm a superhero too. Coke Boys, the All-Stars. That's from Reddit 9 years ago. Arrest him. Piece of shit.
I watched Boondock Saints last night.
Did you?
I love that movie.
It's still on the list.
I love that movie.
You fucking rope.
Aye. It's a good rope.
I haven't seen that one yet. Wasn't that Willem Dafoe?
Dude, I want to talk about it. You should have watched it. It's so good.
You didn't tell me you were watching it. I was looking for something to watch last night. I reran through Invincible.
Willem Dafoe in that movie is tremendous performance.
Really?
Tremendous performance.
He just plays an Irishman.
No. Plays an FBI agent.
An FBI agent. He's the good guy.
What, you think Willem Dafoe plays some Irish guy?
It's Willem Dafoe. Man's got range.
Plays fucking FBI agent. And there's twists about his character. It's so goddamn funny.
Really?
Yeah.
It's under comedy whenever I look it up.
Well, it shouldn't be, but...
Is it a comedy?
No, it's got funny parts, but it's not
Okay.
comedy.
Okay. It's one of those, like, fun action comedies.
It's totally like a movie about...
It's like a rom-com.
It's like Catholic Irish propaganda.
Sell me the movie.
You're Catholic.
I'll watch it tonight. Well, I don't know about anymore.
You're not
If
Irish.
anything, we're Babylonian.
Yes. We're Assyrian men.
Syrian men.
No, bro. Fucking Boondock Saints. It's so easy to talk an Irish person into watching it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not Irish.
Yeah.
I'm a Polak and a Wop.
Well, Italians are on both sides.
You got Italians in the movie?
Yeah, they're on both sides.
Good ones?
Good and bad, they're on both sides. Fuck. Rocco.
His name's Rocco?
Yeah, the good one. It's a tremendous movie. I don't know what I'm going to say without spoiling anything. Willem Dafoe turns into masterclass. The two fucking micks walking around doing cool Catholic Irish fucking James Bond, John Wick
A
shit.
Catholic James Bond. Imagine that mashup. You got Catholic James Bond.
No, they're more James or John Wick.
Okay, Catholic John Wick.
Yeah.
00711. And
Yes.
Captain Israel.
Captain Israel is less
Fighting in
fleshed out,
Palestine.
yes. In the Holy Land.
In the Holy
Fighting
Land.
in Jerusalem.
3 sides.
You know what's so crazy?
Catholic,
Is they're going to end up destroying the very thing they're fighting over.
and that's disgusting. The
They
land
should
of
be
Canaan.
ashamed of themselves.
Turned into the land of Judah.
Why would Judas do that?
Or Judea.
Why would Judas betray the
Why
Romans?
would Judas
Why would
betray
you-
the Romans? Exactly.
Thank you, Ghostface.
Tell me, Ghostface.
Thank you, Ghostface.
Explain that.
Why would he do that?
Explain that to me, Ghostface. Thank you. He had a good album. I was listening to.
Supreme Clientele.
No, it's fucking.
Iron Man.
No, I think it's like with somebody else. It's a newer album. This one, 2015.
That's how
Soul Sour. Soul Sour. This shit's fucking great.
Sour Soul.
Dude, whatever oh, you're not on Spotify. Spotify's doing a day list now where it's like whatever you listened to that day last week, it like gives you
What
like
if
a
Spotify
mashup.
did a gay list?
A gay list. That'd be
That was
fun.
all-
I think they have that. It's like an LGBT
Well,
playlist.
No, but I'm saying one that they would call a gay list.
A gay list.
Yeah.
It's music that they know. I mean, it's
a
music.
it's a red G over people's. Just so they know.
They started labeling the gay artists.
Ju-
Listen, if we're gonna put a label on things,
I go on Disney. It's like, would
Listen.
you like to watch black movies or Latino movies?
Yeah.
But it says it like black voices and Latino spirit or whatever, and you're like, yeah, but like this is like for a racist.
Yeah.
Like progressive people would just watch the movie naturally. You built a racist system where they could be like skip, skip, skip.
Yeah.
Ah, whites.
Ah, yes, the white only channel.
Yes.
Yes.
Bottom of the list, I hold the arrow all the way down.
No.
These are my movies.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, they fucked up.
No, they did fuck up. It's weird. I
They're
always
the
thought
race. It's crazy.
all that shit's weird. Did you know you could subscribe to BET Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss Pat has a show on there.
Does she? I bet that's actually pretty good.
Probably.
Yeah.
Miss Pat wouldn't do something.
All the
like that.
Medea movies are good on there.
They're on there, I'm sure.
Yeah. You ever watch those?
No.
Come on.
I watched Tyler Perry's show on TBS. I was a big TBS guy.
Okay. What was on TBS?
Every rerun of sitcoms I like.
Ever?
Yeah.
Anything ever?
Just Seinfeld, basically.
Yeah.
Family Guy.
The Medea movies aren't bad. They got they're 80% bad. The Medea parts are good.
Sure.
Other than that,
I watched Big Mama's House.
I forgot about that one. Big Mama's House 2. Is that where he plays what, a maid?
I think,
Like a nanny?
yeah.
What's his affliction with dressing up as a woman?
It's not his affliction. It's black dudes.
Black people like dressing up as
No,
women?
they don't like it. Hollywood makes them do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's a weird, like,
Martin Lawrence, Chappelle.
you have to do this.
Other people I can't think of right now. But yeah, it's like at least 5 dudes.
That's what they do in Hollywood. They degrade you so they can get a little bit on you.
Listen, when you're up at 2 a.m, deep on YouTube,
On YouTube, you find some interesting topics.
a lot of rappers out there are willing to talk about how like
Bro, that shit's crazy.
execs tried to get him to do weird shit. And like, because there's a level of street dude that just doesn't care more about fame than like cred.
I ain't doing some gay shit.
Yeah, it's like a lot of dudes are like, all right, I'll do this real quick for the money. But then there are those dudes that are like, man, fuck out of here with that shit.
Man, fuck you.
Got your goddamn on.
I can't think of his name, but I saw some video with some rapper where he was like, listen, I was doing good. My whole career was on its way up. Like I hit platinum on some record and I did this, that, and the other. And then I was at some party and it was like these executives told me like you can go down straight into like whatever you're doing, you can keep doing that, or you can go into this room, do this little fucked up thing, and then
from Wu-Tang.
and then you'll be Drake. You'll fucking blow up. And the dude was like, nah, I'm not doing that. And he just does his own thing. And he's like, ever since then, I never made platinum. I never made gold. I didn't do shit.
Wasn't it like Deck and Ghostface, I think?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Because they were saying how like the first room was like the weed room. Like they
You
just
were telling me
stayed-
about that.
Oh, okay. Man, it's 2 different ones then.
But that was interesting. What was that?
I'm pretty sure it was like Inspector Deck and Ghostface, and they're like, we're chilling, we're smoking, and they're like, this is like ground floor, this is weed room. He's like, you go through that door, it's like step up. So I think they went to the next room and it was like coke, and they were like, oh, okay.
All right.
And they didn't really fuck around, but they went to the next room, and then it was like, I think like
Eyes wide shut shit.
Yeah, and they were like, pack it up.
Yeah.
Because again, they're like 2 dudes from fucking Staten Island.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck out of here.
Man, fuck you. I ain't doing this shit.
Weird shit, which I do appreciate.
Yeah.
It is weird how sometimes you resonate with like not sounding like edgy or cringe, like obviously
Yeah.
like bad people on like a fucking like murderer level is a different thing, but just it is weird when you resonate with like the scummier side.
It's
of
like,
things.
oh, yes, that makes sense. Yes.
Yeah, I forgot. Someone was saying something at work the other day where like they were talking bad about something. I'm like, I would probably be that person, to be honest. Like, I couldn't really resonate with like their complaints. I was like, nah, that guy's probably in the right. Yeah.
That makes sense to me. No, you're a victim blamer.
I think a lot.
You're the kind of guy that asks, "What was she wearing?"
No,
That's your bag. That's what you say.
not to the whole room.
But you'll say it to a crowd.
No, not a crowd.
Well.
I'll turn to you and be like, well,
Come on now.
was she sludding it up?
Well, that's the thing. Christ. Wow, look at that. Make this thing bigger. You know Adobe is selling photos of a devastated Israel? Just AI photos? They're selling AI photo packs of just Israel and like Gaza fucked up.
Why?
I don't know.
Who buys though?
Reporters, people. that propaganda? The fuck is that? Why would you be selling that?
I don't know anything about that.
It's fucked up.
I'm very confused by everything that's happening.
I'm just I don't understand any of it. Yeah, that's what they're selling. Should have just like fucked up streets and shit.
I don't know. I wonder why. But I only saw it for like a half second.
That's fine.
I imagined it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand anything. Why would that be a thing even? I don't get it.
It's like it looks like propaganda photos. That's what it looks like. It's like those crisis actors.
But can't people just go type it into AI themselves? Like, why would
Probably.
they pre-make it?
Unless it's like the best of the best, like next level AI technology. I don't know, that shit's weird.
You keep seeing all the hot girls over there in the army.
Where? In the army?
Like in, I think it's Israel.
Oh, yeah, Israel's got a smoke show of an army.
Or like maybe there's 10 of them that they keep putting.
That's probably what it is, to be honest with you. The Israeli army, let's see.
But why is that? Like, I'm so confused by the dynamics of this. Again, I'm just out here, like, reading about fucking Jacob and Ishmael and whatnot. And I'm trying to get a handle on this thing. And then you go on, this is what's on the news. They're like, the fucking army's doing a TikTok dance. And you're like, what? All these girls look like Nazis.
These girls all look like fucking...
Does she not?
SS soldier.
Does she not look like Nazi breeding ground? Like,
look at that. Imagine fighting that. I don't know. But isn't service like required there? So every girl has to go in and serve?
yeah. I don't think. Did you see there's a video of Joe Biden from like, I don't know,
Joe Biden.
the 80s or the 90s, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Tim talking, he's literally like all fired up and he's like, and even if there wasn't an Israel that needed a place to stay, don't you think America would go ahead and invent themselves one anyway so that we could have a foothold over there in the region and a reason? Like, and he just outlines like why the whole thing is bullshit. And
then he goes, well,
that's him now. Like,
yeah. I'm fucked up.
we got to help him out. I seen.
Come on, y'all. Let me play this video I did in the 80s.
I was eating breakfast the other morning. I saw one of them little hat fellas, and I told them. I stood up. I saluted him.
Mr. President, you just saluted a random Jewish man?
I stand with Israel. Come on.
Mr. President, plenty of kids are dying in Palestine. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, obviously there's an issue on both sides.
Palestine, boy, that takes me back. I was over there in the 80s. So that was before they started wearing the,
The old wrappings on it.
Started acting like it was cold out all the time, which it isn't. It's hot as hell over there, whole year round. My God, is it hot.
The turban, you're talking about the traditional headwear.
If you'd let me finish what I'm talking about, I got a hell of a nice woman over there.
Women over there.
Hell of a nice woman. The question was children are dying.
Children are dying. You're not talking about women.
Hey, children died when last time I was there. Tell you what, a little thing called the morning after pill. Little thing called take a flight down a flight of stairs.
Joe Biden laying piping in the land of Canaan.
He's over there in the Ukraine.
He's in the Ukraine.
That's basically over there.
He's taking money, though.
We know geography.
Yeah. Dude, I watched this. I didn't watch the documentary. I watched the trailer of the documentary. I should have watched it. It was a bunch of African dudes talking about how Israel isn't part of the Middle East. This whole thing is an issue. Like, it's not part of Palestine. It's not part of Israel. It's the African people's land. It was a whole like hour documentary about that.
I would like to tune into this.
It's on Tubi.
Perfect.
The gems you find on Tubi.
It's tremendous, honestly.
Oh. You know they're owned by Fox.
I think Boondock Saints was on Tubi.
Tubi hits. It's free. You got to deal with ads a little bit, but fuck it. You know what I mean?
It's not egregious. It's only like
It's not bad. No.
2 or 3 breaks for like a minute
Yeah.
throughout a movie.
Yeah. Exactly. Or a documentary.
Which a doc, you almost
You
want
can-
a little commercial.
Yeah, you need a little break in the middle of that to collect your thoughts, get your notes together. That's what I got to start. I got to
Rip
start.
a piss.
I got to start taking notes while watching shit.
Yeah, I gotta stop getting all fucked up.
Yeah, that's an issue as well. Hey, I watched the new universe and stuff. I remember the first 3 minutes of it. The rest was
Yeah.
just rambling.
Yeah.
I don't know what that bitch was
I
talking
thought
about.
it was fun, and I laid down, and I was like, whoa.
She has a new video. I forget what it is though.
You ever think like how in Idiocracy it happens? Do you think like porn will start to like morph into like marketing more? You know, they say like sex sells already in like commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think eventually it's just full blown like porn ads on the side of things?
Damn, like so like when you're watching like a show, just a porn ad will pop up?
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Or while you're watching porn, ad will pop up. Ads will pop
for like
up.
regular shows.
Now on CBS.
This Friday.
Well, we try to do that. We try to do that. We try to get on Pornhub ads. What happened with that?
Well, the ad service we tried to go through,
They didn't like our name.
I guess.
That's
I
why
don't-
That's
I
why
don't
we got to
even know.
rebrand.
I couldn't make heads or tails.
Bunch
of
of
it.
bullshit is what it was.
You could be jerking off and see us. How about that?
Yeah, how about that? How about that?
Think about that.
You would bust and then you'd go, wow, these guys probably aren't half bad. And then you can listen to conspiracy talk.
All the best podcasts advertised on Pornhub.
Obviously.
This is the next big one.
No,
What's
think
going on out there?
of the ads we can have.
Backing a fucking truck up.
No, it's disgusting. Let's see what the universe inside you was. The world before the great flood. I started it. It fell off. Started out good. It's not her though. It's like it's one of those like Gaia presents things, which ain't bad. I'm sick of these indigo children. I want to claim bullshit.
It does feel like such a tension horror thing. Like, actually, I know because I was there.
Yeah,
everyone's like, oh, okay.
I had a vision and I did my 20 and back and it all came back to me. But yours isn't. Yours is bullshit because I own this book. That dude is a piece of shit.
That was very weird.
That was really upsetting. Because that means above majestic's bullshit.
I own the term Starfleet. I mean, like, that's from Star Trek. What are you talking
Yeah, the fuck?
I mean Darkfleet. I own that.
I own that entire intellectual property.
I own Mantis people. It's like, no, you don't. Stop
Motherfucker.
it.
Yeah. Like, how do you own that? Well, because it came from my mind.
Yeah, he also seems
was his
severely like confused about how that works. Like, you can own Batman. You can't own the idea of like a guy dressing up like a bat. Like he's like, you can't do anything close to my. It's like,
Yeah.
well, dude, like,
You can't say there's a moon base.
yeah, exactly. It's like,
Okay.
brother,
you don't own moon base.
I'm pretty sure, like, since the dawn of time, people have been looking up there being like, huh. Well, not the dawn of time, but since the moon's been there.
Obviously, since the moon's been there.
Different time.
Pre-moon, because we do talk about a time pre-moon. Which makes you wonder if a planet exploded and then became our moon. Or was it just pushed?
Just a spaceship.
Just a spaceship.
Remember, that's why it's
From
like,
Anki and Allele.
it's hollowed
I'd
out.
have thought about that.
Yeah.
I was doing some research into them, and I haven't tied it all together yet. But this is where I kind of went to the. There you go. You really enjoy yourself. Get in that. Help yourself. Those are my concentrates.
No, these are not.
You're welcome.
Shut up.
No, I was talking about So we know Enki and Allele, the brothers, right? And they've come from the twins, the brothers.
The twins, yes.
The brothers. The like the main god is Anu, two brothers, Enki and Enlil.
Anu.
Now, I was doing some research, and they were talking about how Enki he's like the trickster god, but he also helps
A real low-key.
a real low-key type, basically. He's the trickster. He's the trickster. He's into like mystic and like he's the keeper of knowledge and creation. People say he created humans. That was their whole thing. He created humans from clay. And the
Wonder Woman was made
from clay? That's interesting.
in one of her incarnations.
And but he's the trickster god, but he helps humans like in like a non-related way. Like he'll do something that will then end up helping humans later.
Like he leaves hints for him. Almost.
Exactly. Like he doesn't help him directly. Like, for example, he's the one who helped during the flood. Like he told Noah to build the ark or whatever. Or I'm crossing over in different religions, but
Whatever his
he was also
name was.
yeah.
Sumer.
He's also depicted as he was the snake god, a snake. Enlil, his brother, was the god of like law and order, wind, storms, and like wanted order to things, brought order to everything. They had fights. Enlil caused the flood that Enki saved humanity from because Enki created humanity. Wouldn't it be interesting if Enki is just the snake in the Garden of Eden? He's depicted as a snake, trickster. He's
He
kinda
does
like
trick Eve.
He's going, yes, exactly. He's tricking Eve. He's going under Enlil's nose, doing this thing. He's inverting, like almost like in a way, he's kind of helping humanity, but by fucking them over first to then maybe for us to get here. I don't know. Maybe maybe they had plans to do some other shit. I didn't read much into the lore, but
Do you feel like Eve is like very representative of women even today? You feel like they just really nailed
women
it?
are easily tricked. Listen,
You can't trust them.
you can't trust them. You give a woman any sort of power, you tell them don't do this. They're gonna go right under your
I
nose.
would never commit myself to one woman because
Never.
they're one of several. You could have to keep several
Yeah.
because one of them bound to be traitorous.
One
a
of them
lecherous
is
traitor.
gonna try to stage a mutiny of my ship.
Stage a coup. They're gonna think
That's
they're
why-
hot shit.
And now if Adam just would have came out and grabbed Eve by the pussy and told her, don't eat the apple, have a pear.
Hey, I got a commandment for you. God said not to eat the fucking apple.
Don't eat the fucking apple.
And why'd you eat it? Oh, a snake told you. Oh, so we got God and we got snake, and you went snake. Get the fuck out of
You
here,
fucking bitch. Slaps the shit out of her.
Christ.
God.
Here, have another one. Stuffing
Have
apples in her mouth.
Have another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna plump you up real nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So-
and then she got too large. I said, too much for me. Too much for me. Maybe it's glad we got kicked out.
I don't like lying pigs.
I don't like
dumb lying pig whores. I'm sorry.
I told God, I said, you know what? Start the flood, drain the swamp.
I said, hey,
We're gonna drain the swamp.
here's another rib.
Here's a rib. Try again.
Get cracking.
This one fucked up.
Yeah. She's not with us anymore. No, but how do you think that helped us? Because you're saying he was supposed to be helping us. Does the snake help us? He gets us kicked out of Eden.
Kicked out of Eden, and we get the inhibitor chip, and we get all this other shit. I don't know. Maybe
Not like the end of the golden age.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe there was gonna be. I didn't read more into it, but maybe like Enlil was gonna cause some shit anyways, or they were gonna leave anyways. Or maybe like they were done there and they were like, you know what? Wipe the planet of these people. We don't really need them anymore. And instead of doing that, it was like, listen, you guys can all die, or you can fuck up and like still live your shit. It's gonna be fucked up for a little bit, but like you guys will still survive.
Because this way they know how to like work the land and hunt
Yeah,
and stuff now.
exactly.
Versus everything being given to them.
And then maybe it's like, all right, they like Anki knows like, all right, maybe because maybe this is all during Atlantis. Like who knows where Atlantis falls during all of this?
Who knows?
Who the fuck knows? But maybe it's like, okay, I know like Thoth or whoever, like these people are gonna live on and they're gonna teach society, like, or like maybe Thoth is just Noah, and like those people are like, hey, I'm gonna let you guys survive, but teach humanity again, like start that shit up again. I gotta go. We're gonna get in this fucking flying dragon. We're gonna head out. They fucking leave. And then the reptilians pull a moon over. They're like, ooh, oh, hello. Oh, God.
Oh, look, monkeys.
Mind if I hop in here for a little bit?
Mind if I paralyze you and make you think you have to shit and throw out?
I mean, I
Because
don't
we
know.
can do that.
Yeah. That's fucked up. What's this?
Redhead.
You love a redhead.
When you were talking about the reptilians being like 10 feet tall or whatever,
Terrifying.
Wings. I was thinking about the Skeletrix episode, and he's like, oh yeah, I almost forgot. He's 20 feet tall.
20 feet tall.
Yep. We got reptilians confirmed. Mantis people.
Mantis people are crazy.
Mantis people.
That's
crazy.
the most terrifying thing I've probably ever fucking heard.
Imagine mantis people, but with hands.
What do you mean?
They had like thumbs too.
Oh, like they got like hands, but also those fucking knife things.
Yeah, those two.
I also get Mantis confused with Scyther.
Obviously, Scyther's very cool.
He's my favorite Pokemon as a kid.
Scyther versus Caesar was a great episode.
I don't remember that.
Caesar.
Caesar.
Was the red guy who blitz people.
Oh.
Scyther.
But yeah, no, I was reading that shit. I got to dive more into it. I want to find a fucking book of just the myth, just the whole fucking thing. I don't know what the book is. I don't know what the fucking book is. I get interpretations. I get people's like interpretations of the myth.
That's what I had to hit the professor up about. I had to hit him up like, can you find me the fucking thing that's not dressed up in bullshit?
Maybe we hit up the University of Chicago. We hit up that museum.
I think I hit someone up from there and they didn't get back to me. You should reach out as a DePaul student.
Yeah, I have my EDU email.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do. Yeah. Yeah, my school didn't have a good enough program. I'm trying to reach out.
I really want to get into your guys' school, but I didn't have enough money. It's like, you went to DePaul? Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually kind of bullshit, actually. No, that'd be a good idea. Cause like, yeah, you like you get the Bible, you get every fucking translation of it, you get every individual meaning of every single line. Everything has a hidden meaning into it. But
people whose job it is to just read this bitch and
yeah, for a
figure
fucking
shit out.
living. Yeah, exactly. You could buy the Book of the Dead. I saw that, which is just basically what the Bible is. But I haven't found anything of like I found one book online that was like Land of Canaan mythology, and I'm like, all right, how much of this is gonna be bullshit?
Oh, a lot of those books are just like people with like around our level knowledge. Just
Yeah, with like, here's what I think. Yeah, but no, and then there's that one dude we found, but with the Google Drive, who has all the books.
that's a different thing.
Has all the fucking books, all the text, but is charging what $600 for it. It's like, my man, what the fuck do you do? Like,
Why are you withholding knowledge?
yeah, what are you doing? If you want to get this shit out there, fucking send it out.
Who that's into this shit has $600?
To just fuck around.
Everyone that's into this shit is probably like not got a lot going on.
Yeah, like, look at us. Fuck.
We're fucking chilling. Yeah.
Come on. I don't know. We'll find it, but
I'm trying to think. Someone was talking about the Book of the Dead the other day, saying how like we already were saying how
who wrote that?
the Bible's a version of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, but they were saying how there was like another Book of the Dead before that, and then how they're all just the same fucking shit.
There's a Book of the Dead before that?
Yeah.
Okay, I doubt the man Carl Richards wrote the Book of the Dead, correct?
It's published as a translation, right?
Yeah.
So you just translated it, right?
Yeah. Believe that the Book of the Dead is the equivalent to the Bible or the Quran. The Quran's going to be interesting to read. That's going to be something. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know where to begin with that.
Can you look up the difference between the Talmud and the Torah? I'm always fucking that up. Talmud versus Torah.
Oh shit, I spelled Talmud right.
T-A-L.
Look at that, Ma. Look at me, Ma.
Torah.
The Torah. All right, here we go. Ugh. The Torah refers to the 5 books of Moses.
The Torah is?
Yes.
And what's the 5
For
books
which
of
Jews
Moses?
is the Talmud is a record of the rabbinic debates in the 2nd and 5th century on the teachings of the Torah, both trying to understand how they apply and seeking answers for the situation.
Oh, so the Torah is the Old Testament.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the Torah is the Old Testament.
Cool.
The Talmud is the rabbinic debates in the 2nd and 5th century on teaching the Torah.
So I'm reading the Torah right now.
Yeah. That's what Charles was talking about. That was like, he's a Jew.
Yes.
He's like, I'm reading the Torah.
He was a son of Ham.
Son of Ham. Us.
Esau.
Esau.
People.
Your people.
My favorite.
It's like, whoa, brother. That was weeks ago, motherfucker.
On the same team. Team of knowledge and discovery.
I remember he was talking about going to some like meeting or something. He was like, yeah, I'm in some group now with like they got meetings every few weeks, they gather and they get a meeting. I go, can I go? And he goes, you? I go, yeah. And he goes, ooh, no, probably not. I go, they wouldn't like me. And he goes, he goes,
the only thing that can genuinely hurt you.
He goes,
They wouldn't
like me?
They wouldn't like me.
I'm a good guy though. He goes.
Even if they heard me joke around, I'm really funny.
He goes, listen, man, you're my boy. I can't be bringing you around there. Listen, in the next kingdom, we're gonna have to separate. You know what I mean? I go, right now, we're cool, but like when Jesus comes back and we're in the next kingdom, things are gonna be different.
I can't have you hurting my stock.
I go, yeah, hey man, I get it. You imagine telling
You're
someone,
like, yeah.
hey, when Jesus comes, things are going to be different, man.
Well, angels walk among us, he told me.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He told me that.
That's wild.
Because I was trying to figure out what angels were in the book, because I'm like, sometimes it sounds like when they're talking about angels, they're talking about an angel. And then sometimes when they say it, it just sounds like he's talking about God still. They say angel. It's weird. And he's like, right. So sometimes it's that. When he's talking about, cause anybody could be an angel. You could have an angel walking around today. I'm like, sure. And like he says, so I'm like, obviously. He's like, sometimes, yeah, they're just talking about God. I'm like, okay, so it's just one of those things.
Angels walk around and say,
yes,
yes, they can.
While like someone's smoking 5 feet away, looking at us. Like, God's name are you talking about? Like,
God, I miss him.
Yeah, work is dull. People keep showing up late. I'm like, yeah, everyone, you all act like we're going to get like he's the bad one or something. Like, no one's been perfect. You're always going to have something wrong. Like, his bad thing was still kind of a good thing.
But now it's like he gets to sit over at the curb. So what's it matter?
Yeah, he would have been fine doing that.
He'd be fine. I'm going to put a word in. We'll figure something out. Here's something interesting, and this is actually a something that I would say was passed down to even today's time. Like I know many young men, many men doing this today. I mean,
Many
shit,
men.
we're all guilty of this.
Wish death on me.
But let's talk about this. Judas's son,
Yes.
was the first man to pull out. Let's talk about that.
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
I remember this.
He's the first man to pull out.
Yes. So
How interesting is that? The first man to do the pull and pray method.
God
This is in the Bible,
sent
people.
him
In the Old Testament, the Torah.
Genesis. God sent him to go because his brother died. So his brother's wife.
Let's give the back. Who is this? This is
I don't remember.
okay. This
I
is
barely
Judah.
knew what you were talking about when you first said it. I thought you were gonna fill me in on something.
Oh.
And then I remembered. No, God sends him to go give her kids because she wants kids still to have a family. So apparently back in the day, that was like your responsibility. It was like, I'm the brother of the guy, I have to go fuck you to like give you kids. Like,
So wait. So hold on. So if you have an older brother,
or
he's
just
married.
brothers, yeah.
Your brother, you're married to a woman.
Yeah.
The brother dies. You, even if you have a wife,
Mm-hmm.
have to step in.
You gotta go pump her guts for a minute and give
Let her
some
have kids.
Yeah.
No shit.
So
That's tradition.
that's family.
A lot of
Which both of your wives were also probably family.
we should start a Bible tradition, old school traditions class. Swearing under the nutsack,
Yes.
pumping your brother's wife's guts
Yes.
full of semen and seed.
Full of seed.
Seed. There was another one, but keep
that's-
going. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you brought up the seed because that's exactly why he had to pull out, is because he is of the line from fucking Adam all
The direct
the way up.
line of
This is the
God.
line
Like this
of
is
God.
the holy bloodline.
This is the line that God keeps fucking
From
looking
Anki.
out for. Anyone they encounter is like, you're chosen by God.
Yes.
Have whatever you want. God's always like, this will be your land as long as you do what I say. And ba 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 ba. So he's funking this broad,
Yeah, they're going at it.
but he doesn't
He's
come
flipping.
at her. He comes on the ground because he can't bear to have like a child out there. It won't be his.
Yeah.
And he knows that. And he's like, well, I can't have
I'm not dealing with it. I can't have this.
because
Where does he? Just on the ground.
on the ground,
Are they in missionary or doggy?
I would imagine missionary.
Probably biblical.
Why did they take so long to come up with new positions? I get everything smells and stuff. I mean,
Oh, I bet it reeks back there.
still though. But I mean, like,
That's true.
just for some variation. I
Yeah,
mean, they're
something
fucking
new.
a lot. They have 50 fucking kids, all of them.
Yeah, that's true. They're all
You can't get her pregnant every time you fuck. I mean, they're fucking a
Yeah.
lot.
damn.
And then probably droughts of not fucking because they're pregnant all the time.
Yes, all the time.
Disgusting.
So then they're just building up, waiting
God.
like a lion.
No. They're probably busting.
Lions?
No, dude's jerking off. They're probably not
Oh.
waiting.
Isn't that in the Bible though? You can't jerk off. Aren't they
Oh,
like men,
I get
holy men?
but is that a Roman thing?
I don't know.
Is that a Roman
That's
control
interesting.
thing?
That's interesting.
Because I think if you jerk off, you're less likely to like. Look at me. I thought jerking off was totally fine. I was taught that like
You got to get it out. You got to get the demons out.
I was taught that like there's literally nothing wrong with it. So I just jerked off all the time. And look, have no chance of having kids. Versus people that were told like, don't you fucking think about jerking
Yeah.
off, and they're like, well, I need to fuck something because
That's true. I got to
and
get
then
this
those
out.
people have kids. Really,
Think about that. That's interesting. No, that is interesting. Because
and
those
the Catholic Church
because those
wants you
people
to have kids.
because those people
Jews want you to have kids.
those people statistically have a lot more kids. Look at us. We're not trying to have kids.
Because jerking off was fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Wow. We can write term papers on this shit, on the thoughts we have on this podcast.
I'm like the most smart retarded guy.
My ex was tarded. She a pilot now.
It's
I
cool.
might rewatch this. It's cool.
It's cool, Scro.
It's cool, scroll.
Scro.
Oh, what's up, essay?
Chomped on a cigar. What's up, Ezra?
Here's the issue. You sound like a fag.
There's that fag talk again. Pissed off.
But no, isn't that interesting? First man to pull and pray. What was the repercussions of that?
I think God like killed somebody or something. God spazzed. He was mad as fuck. I know.
Pissed off.
I forget what it was.
God
exactly.
fucking spazzed.
Yeah, holy
fucking
shit.
smited some bitch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he fucking rocked somebody. Let's see. Let's scan through this.
It's so crazy.
It's a tremendous book. It's so fucking entertaining. Once you get good at like knowing when to skim,
It's the
'cause
most-
sometimes they'll just read off like fucking 10 generations of sons or whatever, and you're like, all right, skim.
It's the worst marketed book. I was in Catholic school for 3 years. None of this was talked about. You get the same bullshit of like, oh, a man was,
A young Hebrew.
yes, a young Hebrew was Catholic now, obviously.
Oh yeah, Pharaoh's like wife tried to fuck Joseph and he wouldn't do it because he's like a good guy. So then Pharaoh's wife literally did like a Me Too, and she like ran out and was like, "He raped me."
Wow.
And he's like, "The fuck?"
The first Me Too.
Literally, bro.
It's all in the Bible.
There's no new stories.
That's what Charles was saying. He was like, yo, every book, Bible. Every movie, Bible. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, Independence Day, Bible. I forgot his explanation, but that's great. You know, Joseph is apparently just Jesus.
I don't think this is this Joseph.
Okay.
Because you're talking his dad, right? Or no?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. We'll Google it.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll look.
Maybe throw that in there. We got a keyboard. What's it called? You know how people... You know there's like somewhat of a debate over like what color ancient Egyptians were?
Yeah, dude. People say I see depictions of them white. They're not fucking white. I'll tell you
Clearly
that
they're
much.
not. There's a dude on YouTube. Like,
the
I Am
last thing they
Hotep.
are is white.
Yeah.
Or Mexican.
Well, certainly not Mexican. I
Or
would say.
Asian. They could.
The last thing they would be is Asian. Whites stand a better chance of being Egyptian, I would say.
Than an Asian. No, they're either black or Arab.
The one dude has like a ton of shit on YouTube all about it. But I mean, every time the Egypt is referenced in the Bible, they're talking about like gold chains and stuff. So I mean,
So they're obviously black.
I don't know what the argument even is.
You tell me a pharaoh? You tell me a white pharaoh's wearing gold chains? No, we wear silver.
It would burn into his fucking skin if he was white. A gold chain would
You're
he'd
fucking
smolder
no,
himself.
You're fucking insane. Yeah, look at 60 parallels between Joseph and Jesus. Ugh, look at this website. The wonderful similarities between Joseph and Jesus.
That's the name of the website?
No, that's the name of the article.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that'd be crazy.
Look at this, Jews for Jesus. That's a website. Jews for Jesus, people.
Jesus was a Jew.
Jesus was a Jew. Interesting. Oh, God, I'm just a Jew for Jesus. Now,
That
what do you think?
sounds like a cool song.
You want to hear something I thought of?
I'm
Yeah.
a Jew for Jesus.
Speaking of Jews, you know the one guy, that guy on YouTube that like learns different languages
Sure.
and like goes in and gets like free food and shit?
Yes.
He's a Jew from New York. And he like has a Chinese name, like studied in China, did all this other shit, and just like learns all these different languages. But his main thing is he just goes into different restaurants, learns these languages, and then gets free food. Like they load him up with food, and he goes, "No, please, I'll pay." He never fucking pays, ever. Man doesn't do. He just walks in, speaks their language, and they go, "Holy shit!" And they give him a bunch of free food, and they take a picture, and he leaves. I think what this is this man is so Jewish. He's
the most Jewish.
He's the most Jewish. He's gone so far as to study these dead languages and these languages that people aren't speaking really anymore, or just random ass languages like he's learning Hindi just to get free food in these restaurants because he doesn't want to pay. And I mean, I don't blame him. It's expensive in New York.
It's a good play if you can do it. I mean, Jews are generally pretty smart. Not the ones I hung out with, but
Yeah.
those are like not real ones.
I wish we had more, Jewish friends. We need like a good
We need like a 90s TV show cast of friends. Like a Power Rangers setup where it's
Yeah.
like You know, that was the cool thing about
That's why that's why we're not successful. We gotta get
I would
diversified.
say that's probably the main reason.
But go ahead.
Giant Size X-Men, when they relaunched it in like the 70s, is literally that. It's like Wolverine's from Canada. There's Storm from Egypt. Colossus is from Russia. Banshee's from Scotland.
I remember you saying this.
Warhawk is a Native American. Like,
That's a
they
cool
literally
name.
do, like...
Warhawk.
Yeah, he dies.
Really?
Mhm.
Damn.
But then he comes back in X-Force.
Damn, are you cut off on the camera? That's okay. There's no reason to do it now.
Trying to find this part of the Bible. Oh, I'll just Google it. What am I doing?
Of course I just Googled the Bible. UFC booked the Sphere for September.
For the Mexican holiday, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Is there a Mexican holiday in September?
Makes sense. Yeah, Independence Day.
Then yes, that's what it's for.
I wonder what that's going to look like. That's going to be kind of cool. That thing's fucking crazy.
It's cool.
I don't
but I
like-
don't know what you do with it. Like, it's still going to
No,
be like a
it's-
fight inside, right?
Honestly,
Like,
the
I don't
best,
know.
I think the best UFC fights were the ones during COVID. The silent ones.
Those were cool during COVID, but they still do fights at that place, and it sucks.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
That sucks.
Because, yeah, like...
Dude, just the quiet. I liked, like, you
there's
can
dudes
hear
whose
everything.
like, they went, like, 1 and 2, and they never fought in front of a crowd. It's so weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, like, it kind of sucks.
Yeah. That was cool, though.
And then you see,
liked-
like, other
liked-
shows doing just fucking massive... Like, they do it... Dude, Germany has a card, or Poland, I think, has a card. They do it in castles and shit. Karate
Really?
Combat does shit that they did it at like a their shit looked like ruins and shit.
I want to like Karate Combat.
I would never watch like a full card, but I'll watch highlights or whatever.
The ring is so fucking cool.
The pit.
It's so fucking cool. That'd be cool for like MMA, I think. I don't know. Do you need the cage?
I mean, you don't
Just a
need
pit?
cage, but
They should put him in a concrete pit, walled off.
there's that. There's a thing like in England that they have like just like a concrete floor that they fight in.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know where to watch it, but I see clips of it put up on Twitter. There was a crazy knockout from that the other day where a dude got like knocked out and then like on the way down he got like head kicked.
Really?
Yeah, he was like out already and the dude fucking
Whoosh.
yeah.
That's fucked up. You fuck someone's life up with that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that guy regretted fucking thinking he was cool and tough. Me and Nick were talking about that the other day, being like, that was dumb that we grappled on concrete. And we're like, yeah, why did we think that was okay?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. That's why I'm glad I never did sports. I feel like I'd be fucked up now. It's like I got friends who like did sports and shit, or like I see people now, like even at work, where it's like, yeah, I played high school and football, and like my knee's still fucked up, or like my back's fucked up from this, and it's like yeah, I probably would have hurt myself. I don't really take care of myself.
Oh yeah, he did kill him.
Who?
So it was Judah's son, Onan, I believe his second born.
Conan.
Onan. Go in unto thy brother's wife and marry her and raise up seed to thy brother. And Onan knew that the seed should not be his, and it came to pass when he went in unto his brother's wife that he spilled it on the ground.
I hate reading shit like this. Go ahead.
This displeased the Lord, therefore he slew him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How crazy. Wouldn't it be crazy to think about? I had this thought when we were reading shit. You talk about how God says, oh, this land is yours, and then somehow it's not anymore. And then you got God saying one thing, but then kind of contradicts himself over here. What if it's just a mistranslation and God's is always God's, and it's just
I'm reading it
and
like
it's
that.
and it's just Enki and Alil both saying different things. Where Enlil's like, no, law, order. This is to you. This is to you. This is to you. And then he's over here like doing shit and like telling other people shit. So like they're doing a different thing.
There's definitely multiple of them. Because like I said, sometimes they say God, sometimes they say angel, but then sometimes angel sounds like,
Means God.
other times it sounds like it means like a thing below, like an actual angel, not the full-blown God. It's weird, man.
Also with the we had that thought with the they always build an altar.
I want to go.
What if it's an obelisk?
I want to go. I think. Well, no, because they make it sound like it's like something they can do like while setting up camp. It's not like something they build like that. It's like something they go just like whip together.
I see. The obelisk shit I've been getting into a little bit more.
The power grid.
It's fucked up, man. And I think I don't fully understand it, but the way this dude was explaining it was like even with the standing stones too in like Europe and all these obelisks, the actual obelisk is this like special granite that has a bunch of quartz in it. And apparently quartz, if you squeeze it and if you put it under enough pressure, it emits electricity. If you squeeze from pressure, right?
That certain kind of quartz, right?
A certain type of quartz, yeah, or like a stone that's like heavily like a lot of quartz or some shit. But then underneath these obelisks and yeah, exactly. And then underneath these standing stones, underneath these obelisks and stuff, there's deposits of quartz. So if the standing stone and the obelisk and shit, they're heavy as fuck. That's a lot of pressure. So if you're putting all this pressure on this stone, and if you do that a bunch of times, like those standing stones, there's fucking, hundreds of them in grids. Almost like a battery. So now you have
that one place.
Yeah, so now you have these
really just like fucking rows.
Exactly, yeah. So now you have, and it's almost like the same thing with that one video we saw where the guy was taking the copper plugs and he was sticking them in the ground. He was wiring them all up together, and he was like, if you turn
up dead any day.
Yeah, exactly. Where if you do 6 of them, you get this much. If you do 8 of them, you get this, and you could scale it up. So now what if those stones, because there was quartz deposits under all those standing stones, the pressure from the weight of the stone when they put it up, because the sharper it is, the more pressure it is. It's like a woman's high heel or like a shoe. The high heel is going to put more pressure on the ground than a shoe. So now you have these standing stones, and they're putting all this pressure on this quartz. Maybe they're all lined up, or they're on ley lines. Maybe the ley lines act like wires. Yeah, and maybe the ley lines are actually wires of the planet, and that's why all these things, and they're all on these quartz deposits, and then they all grid up and they fucking emit electricity. Something to think about. There was just some. They had some fucking engineer talking. It was like an it was like an electrical engineer or some shit who's just some fucking nerd who didn't really know much about the structures or anything. He was just like, yeah, no, that I look at this and this is a machine. This is like what a circuit board looks like. Like that's what that is. Like this goes here, this goes, and yeah, that makes sense. It's like, damn, you don't have the hard dick for Egypt like we do. We're like, of course they're doing that. No, this dude just looks at it and he goes,
Osiris.
He goes, how old is this? He goes, no, that can't be. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. And then they were talking about they're all capped with, which leads into the other thing we were talking about. They're all capped with a silver gold mixture plus quartz on the caps of all these obelisks, which attracts a certain type of energy that comes from plasma.
That plasma thing had me pretty fucked up.
Yeah. I know some people, it is disproved a little bit. There is some shit that is disproved.
Yeah.
But, you do hear that shit, and then you hear other things, and it's like, okay, well, if this was unrelated to that thing. So, why would they say that these obelisks attract plasma? What is it about the plasma? And then they're saying how the whole pyramid with the chemical reactions and the vibrations and the all that, it converts into the microwaves that then go into the atmosphere. So, does that convert it into plasma or something? I don't know.
I do think after watching that like video about the moon recycling souls and all that shit.
I think about that a lot.
I do think that that's what the whole thing with the pyramid is about. Because, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. That never added up. Like, why you would need to get, like, beamed up. Like, why would you have to go do all of this special shit?
Why does that make sense? Yeah, like,
because then you're just...
Why would you beam your consciousness up to a different place?
Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't you just be allowed to pass on? Because, like, reincarnation makes sense to me, because it's like that would just happen or whatever.
Yeah.
So now it's like both things add up, because it's like, no, reincarnation is the thing, but it was getting fucking...
It's getting fucked with the...
So this unfucks it and lets you fucking get back into the samsara cycle.
That's interesting. That's fucked up. That'll fuck your head up.
It's just sad. It's just sad.
No, yeah, I don't know. I gotta look more into it. Because that shit will... You know what we need to do? We need to do the timeline, obviously. But we also need to get a note together of the possibilities. Because these all obviously can't be happening at once. Obviously. It's either a soul collector or it's a power grid. So it's like...
That's how we felt about the Bible story when it was talking about, like, the one documentary shows how it's all the star stuff, but then the other thing's talking about how it's all the body stuff. And it's like, well, that would be crazy if it lined up with both things, right? Like, how would it...
Yeah, why would that make sense?
This is bananas now.
No, I don't know.
That fucked me up a little bit.
Because I want to think there's something to this, like, crystal shit. You know what I mean?
Such as?
Like different crystals possess certain abilities, and they could...
obsidian.
Listen, between you and me...
That's what I'm going to fill that cabinet up out there with.
Obsidian?
Just different shit to fucking...
I like that.
Yeah, it's going to be like when people do, like, the periodic table thing. It's going to be like that, but for fucking, like,
crystals.
Cool shit.
Yeah. I like that.
Cool relics.
See, I like shit like that, and I would like to...
Ward off bad spirits.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I want to look into shit like that, and I want to look into, like, shit like alchemy and shit like this, but it's so flooded with dumb fucking bitches with... Oh, you need an amethyst because you're a Taurus, and this lines up with it. And it's like, okay, like, I don't need to fucking hear you talking about this shit like a dumb bit. Like, I don't know.
I'm glad you're in your, like, astrology fucking...
Yeah, like, give me the fucking ancient book about, give me the ancient book of alchemy. Like...
Yeah, that's what everyone wants to... put their fucking blog post up, and that's what the first 10 pages of Google is. And it's like, I don't give a fuck with this bitch with a fucking one dread braid and, like, a wrist tattoo who thinks she's a hippie for 5 minutes. I don't know.
I study Reiki. You're a hog.
Yeah, you study Reiki because you didn't study in school because you thought you'd smoke weed with a guy 3 years older than you, slut. How'd that work out? Were you shocked when it didn't fucking work out?
It didn't pan out the way you thought it would?
Fucking hate people.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting. I feel like I just added a $5 item in my cart. My total didn't change. That's pretty cool.
Steal it. Hey, real quick before we wrap, I want to get through these things.
Oh, wow. Did we do an hour?
Yeah, we did an hour. Feel good.
Way more time.
Here's just something to think about. Lawmakers fail to stop a federal mandate that requires all vehicles sold after 2026 to be equipped with a kill switch. They got to shut your car off. Shut it off. Oh, you didn't pay? Oh, shut it off. Hey,
damn, so I'm going to buy a car in, like, 2025 and then, like, try to ride that till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, hey, guys. Hey, now, here's this. On one side, it's like, oh, you didn't pay your bill. Turn his car off so he can't leave. Sure. I don't
Communist China.
Sure. I mean, I get it. Like, I get it. It's fucked up, but I get it.
China.
But now think about this. hey guys, stay home, quarantine, don't go anywhere. We're gonna shut everybody's car off. Imagine that shit. And then a wildfire comes through. Then what? Then you're
Wildfire
fucked.
comes through.
Then you're fucked. So they didn't. That's what they did in Maui.
Oh,
They fucking shut down roads. They shut down water.
that is true.
And then the fucking fire came through. You got the biggest network of sirens and to warn people. Nothing made a peep because he was afraid. I didn't want to set off the sirens because I was afraid people would think a tsunami's coming and they would run into the hills.
And now everyone's getting evicted and stuff.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah. Now what? And I swear,
Not only you're not providing aid, you're evicting them.
Yeah, and you know exactly what's going to happen. All these corporations are going to go, and all these big like contractors, they're going to buy up all this land. They're going to commercialize it, and they're going to lease it back to the same fucking people, or because they can't afford the shit, they're going to build bigger houses, and that's going to be like a stronghold.
Well, someone put a thing up of Michelle Obama talking about like
Michael Obama, but yeah.
yeah. Yeah, the strong Obama. The stronger of the two. Was talking about how like, you know, we're just all gonna have to give up a little bit of our slice of pie so that others can have more. And then shows
what are
like
you giving up?
Four
Bitch?
of her houses, and it's like L.A., Miami, fucking Hawaii.
What are you giving up? You fucking hog.
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah. For that health campaign she was on, she didn't really take any of her own advice, huh? She looked like dog shit.
She looks like shit. She always looked like shit.
Yeah, but
people
now
say
she
she's pretty.
Nick
Never
did.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
that was crazy.
Like Nick.
Never. At no point in her career was she good looking. That was a horse shit lie people were telling. Oh, she's the most beautiful. No, she's not.
She has basically no competition.
She wasn't.
And still no, she's not.
Yeah, she wasn't the most beautiful, and this was before Melania.
Yeah, in the long line of old wrinkled bitches.
Yeah, you're still not up there.
I heard what the girl who's Reagan married to, Nancy something?
Nancy Reagan.
Yeah. I heard she gave like crazy head.
Really?
That's like what the rumors are.
Yeah. Eleanor Roosevelt. That bull dyke.
Yeah.
Real rug muncher.
No, I think you go back to she was a fucking like she fucked actors and stuff. She's like
Yeah.
a whore. Like,
yeah, exactly. You know it's tough. You think Reagan's with someone who's not giving top-notch head? Come on.
JFK, you could technically take Marilyn Monroe, I guess.
Technically. I don't know. The ability to respond immediately with sarcasm is an indication of a healthy brain.
People always say that. I feel like sarcasm is like such a... obviously we're very sarcastic people, but like it doesn't seem like a intellectual thing. It feels like the lowest level of humor just to be like, oh, yeah, like...
Oh, yeah.
About anything. Just to be like, oh, cool.
Yeah. Sure.
Sounds good, man.
Uh-huh.
Like it requires no thought or anything.
Nothing. You have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. That was fun.
I went by quick.
I did go by quick.
Oh. See, the Jew in me needs to confirm that I'm getting the $5 off. And it's not specifying that I am. I just kind of want that confirmation.
I would just like to know. All right. Hey, one step closer to the rebrand. One episode closer. We're almost there, people. You guys are going to love it. But what are we, episode, 89?
I think 88.
88?
I think so.
A little more time. All right. Hey, you fuckers take care. We'll be back next week. Always a pleasure.
Yes.